Hey guys, Darkster here with another Elder Scrolls Online video for you guys. I'm going to try and get through this one as quick as possible, but I mean, you guys know how my videos go. They're going for like 20 minutes, no matter how fast I try to go through them. But what are we going to be talking about here? We're going to be talking about the first 5 days and kind of an update on my first impressions after launch, pretty much. The game, oh, by the way, I have a first impressions video of the beta in the description. I talk about, I go into a lot of detail about Cyrodiil, I go into a lot of detail about leveling and the classes, and how I feel about them and all that. And, or not how I feel about them, but basically I just kind of go over them. But here we're going to be talking about the first 5 days, my experience so far with the game, and how well the Head Start was launched. So yeah, let's go right into it. Head Start Day 1. I want to admit and say that Head Start Day 1 was the best Head Start I've ever had, ever played. The smoothest, the most cleanest launch of any MMO. Day 1, though. Day 1, let me just say that. And this is coming from the experience of someone that's played. I played every big mainstream MMO in the past 4 years or so. I've played closed beta, open beta, and early release of every big MMO this past, the past 4 years plus even. And this was hands down the best Day 1. Now, from there, though, from that Day 1, things got, shit kind of hit the fan a little bit after that. Day 2, you'd start noticing a little bit more legitimate lag. You started feeling that your abilities were triggering a little slower, things like that, frame drops, stuff like that. Day 3, it got a little bit worse, I feel. I think Day 3 at some time, or at very late into Day 3, and maybe it was Day 4, but basically the servers went down for like 12 hours for maintenance. It went down. I was online at this time. I was on at 3 a.m. and they went down at 3 a.m. and they came back on at 3 p.m. the very next day. So it was like it was a very long it was a very long maintenance. They actually gave us an extra 2 days though of just free game time because of that. But anyways, it wasn't the smoothest, stablest game. Right? I'm trying to be nice, but it wasn't perfect after that Day 1. That Day 1 was magical, and after that, the magic kind of faded for the next like 3 days. That being said, how is it right now? How was it yesterday during launch? It's gotten closer back to the Day 1 magic. It really has. I find the game to be a lot more stable. Day 1, I got knocked out of the game one time. Got one error to get knocked out, and after that, I got as many as 2 or 3 for like the next few days. And then yesterday I had none. So, and I was playing just as much, I would say. So it's like it's been going pretty good. What level am I in the game? I am level 23, which seems very slow. I feel like I played so fucking much, but you gotta understand that I've done Cyrodiil for like 12 hours between all this. So between the game came out and now, being level 23, I did about 12 hours of Cyrodiil. And I didn't get very much XP at all from Cyrodiil. Some people say that you can get a lot of XP if you do the quests and kill quests and stuff. I did not. I just went around zerging and attacking stuff. And I wasn't running any kind of ranged build either. So I was basically still using my sword and shield. And I was really not that helpful. I was knocking down one guy and hoping that everyone else attacks him with me. So I wasn't being too effective either, even in zerging around. So your results may vary as you play. But just me personally, I spent like 12 hours in Cyrodiil, got like a quarter of a bar. I left Cyrodiil and did like 3 quests and leveled. So, again, your results may vary. Just personally, so far, I'm going to wait for Cyrodiil. I'm going to wait until max level to get in there. But actually, leveling is again very slow, but it's enjoyable. That's the thing. The quests, like I said in the first impressions, are very exploration based, if anything. It does hold your hand a little bit. I admit that. Like it is for sure a slight theme park MMO. It is a slight amusement park MMO, but it's not all the way there. Like they have an overall guideline, but the way you go down is completely on your own. Like you get to kind of basically choose. Like I'm gonna go here now. I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna decide to do this and that. So the leveling experience is nice. The story is excellent. Truly top notch. As good as I would say Guild Wars 2 story, but the thing is, you don't have that exploration feeling that you do in Guild Wars 2. It's all artificial. Guild Wars 2 is probably the best example of a theme park MMO. If you think about theme park MMO, if you look in the dictionary for what is a theme park MMO, all you have is Guild Wars 2 -GW2. That's all it says, because Guild Wars 2 is the best example of that. Elder Scrolls Online, is it like that? Not really. It's not as handholdy as I feel Guild Wars 2 is. they kind of have the overall setup, but the way they execute is a lot more different because they have the feel of traditional questing in there. Then they have the feel of the theme park, but they allow you to explore at the same time. So you get a little bit of everything. When I was at GameStop, I actually played Infamous Second Son, and I was trading it in, and he asked me, did I finish the game? Did I play both difficulties? I told him I went through the good campaign, finished that, started the bad campaign, but then Elder Scrolls came out, so I've been playing that. And he's like, what do you think about Elder Scrolls? Is it good? And I told him it has potential and it makes a lot of people happy. He's like, that's what I want to hear. That's what he said. And honestly, I stick by that. Elder Scrolls covers a lot of ground. It caters to a lot of people, and a lot of games that try to do this fail in multiple ways. Here, I feel like they succeed in multiple ways. The only people I feel that would not like Elder Scrolls are people that don't like Elder Scrolls. Like people that wouldn't like this game are, again, people that don't like Elder Scrolls, don't like the franchise or the series. So those people might not like this game. If you don't like MMOs, you're not gonna like this game. If you're a PvPer in the sense of like arena PvP and say World of Warcraft, like that competitive PvP, so the air quotations, like arenas, rated battlegrounds, 2s, 3s, 5s, that kind of thing. This isn't for you. They don't have anything like that here. It'd be cool if they added it in at some point, but I mean, personally, honestly, I really don't care for it too much, even myself, because Cyrodiil is hashtag sexy all day, right? Fucking beast over there. And so, I mean, those PvPers aren't, it doesn't really cater to those PvPers. It does cater very heavily to the world PvP guys, though. If you like sieging castles and stuff like that, and strategic placement of attacks and all that shit, you're gonna like Elder Scrolls Online. And then there's the cool kid PvE kids that probably won't like it. They don't like this because they're cool kids, hipsters. So they probably won't like it either. The PvE content at least. But aside from that, if you're not a hipster, you're not a ESO hater, you're not a you don't like MMOs, you're not a competitive PvPer. If you're not one of these people that I just stated, you will most likely like this game. Honestly, you probably will. This is the first game in a long time where I was as excited and then enjoyed the excitement. Like, it wasn't like just that I was so excited and then actually playing. I'm like, this is good, but I can see myself not playing this in the future. This is like right now, this is good, and I'm very much enjoying it. Like, I'm thoroughly enjoying the game right now. And every single day, it's like I don't feel bored or upset to get on. I'm like, wait, I go to bed going, I'm gonna sleep for 6 hours. I'm gonna get back on tomorrow. So I mean, it's got me. It's got its hooks in me. This is also the first game which is not all PvP for me. That's how it's always been across all games, all MMOs, is that I went there for the PvP. And recently, because I started playing games like ESO and not ESO, League of Legends and stuff, I've lost my interest for competitive, and I said that with air quotations, PvP. So I dropped my interest for 2v2s, arenas, and stuff, and RBGs. I just don't care for them as much anymore. I want to do large scale PvP. I want to do big, massive army PvP, and that's why Guild Wars 2 was so fun for me. This is the first game where it's like I like the PvP a hell of a lot, and this is the first game I actually like the PvE. Like, I am very much considering being a main tank in PvE once I hit 50. PvE always before for other games has just been something I do so I can get to max level so I can do PvP. Here, it is just not the case. That's not what it is. It's like I'm actually thoroughly enjoying the PvE, and I'm very much considering continuing it even at 50, and being a tank, doing raids, actually doing competitive raiding. This is the first time I've actually been interested in competitive raiding. I don't know. That's where I'm at right now when it comes to Elder Scrolls Online. If you ask me, do I recommend this game to you, and to answer with just a yes or no answer, yes for yeah, go ahead and play it, no for no, don't wait for it or whatever. I would say yes to this game. For that question, I would say yes. And the thing is, I wouldn't answer this question if it were any other MMO. If you ask me the same questions, like, should I play World of Warcraft? I'm willing to pay the money. Money isn't a problem. Is this game worth it for me to play? Yes or no? I would not answer that. I would say no. I would say no. We need to talk some more, motherfucker. We need to go into some detail about what you're into. I need to ask you what kind of classes you like, what kind of playstyle you want. Are you PvE, PvP? What kind of PvP? What kind of PvE? I need to ask all these questions before I can give you an answer for yes or no. Same thing with Guild Wars 2. Same thing with every MMO I've played prior to this. But Elder Scrolls Online right here, for this question, should I play Elder Scrolls Online? Yes or no? Give me an answer right now. I would answer with yes. that's where we're at right now when it comes to this game. I like it quite a bit. I recommend it. That being said, look out for the review. I will be doing a full review for this game when I hit 50. I feel like I'm ready for the review now. Honestly, I feel like I got all my opinions and stuff and my thoughts down. I have it all written down too, and I feel like I'm ready. But I'm just gonna wait until I'm 50, so I get all the content in. Maybe I go into a zone that I completely, utterly hate, or maybe my opinions change drastically by the time I'm 50. So I wanna make sure I make my review properly. So I'm gonna make sure I hit max level before I make this review for you guys. But before that, between that and whatever, I will be making a tips and tricks video because I can do that right now, anytime. I have all the notes written down for that. I will be putting that together the same way I did for Guild Wars 2. There will be its own dedicated tips and tricks video for Elder Scrolls Online, so keep an eye out for that. And as always, please subscribe, rate, and comment. It would be great if you guys could do that. I would love to have more people to show videos to. And yeah, that's about it. Darkster out. Peace!